Hello there guys, Bilbo10000 here, bringing you very well what could be the second to last part of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is the only episode where I'm going to be ending halfway through a trial, but that's only because this trial is two specific phases. Let's find out who the mastermind is. I guess I'm the first one.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. This is going to be the most intense trial ever. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Byakuya? Byakuya? Oh, he's ticked off. Byakuya? No, Byakuya? Byakuya? Oh, here are those two. They arrived one after the other, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Where's Toko? It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. Oh no. Oh, and Genocide Jill.
You called for me and so I appear.
Everyone is...
I'm on
Oh
fire.
god, okay. Strong, silent master is so wonderful. So cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My
With
beautiful
my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaxum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial. And this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. This is it, guys. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of
This
my
will be
family.
over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Hina's ticked off. Hiro's confused. Toko's definitely confused. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however...
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
Well, you can tell us about it soon, at the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. Oh, Kyoko's so freaking confident right now. I can't help but be confident with her. Let's do this. Let's win. Let's beat the mastermind. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs, I entered the elevator. Mwah! Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. That's not good writing. I'm sorry, but that repetition is a bit too much for good writing. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Well, this is certainly final location material. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit down in this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! So Monokuma is a part of the trial. Naturally, his entire motive is just gonna be fucking with us. So we just have to make sure that we fuck with him more. So, let's begin. Here we go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Good to hear.
So listen up.
Huh.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win.
Great.
But if you can't, then I win.
Not great.
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
That's an interesting thing to note. Definitely someone full of despair might be crazy enough to do that.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
I mean, I shouldn't be laughing because this is actually kind of bad.
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer.
Oh.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me.
Seriously?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
Alright, let's see. This is probably because of the photo, because I'm assuming we all got photos and none of us were in our own photo. So I guess group photo would probably be very important.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
We also have evidence.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
No!
I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
Huh.
Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Yeah, no.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us
Each have that kind of...
It's the group photo.
No, that's wrong.
Pretty much simply, Monokuma was the one that handed them out. He wants to confuse us.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Except everyone's group photo is probably different.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
We're all in each other's pictures,
But
which
that
proves
can't
that
be
none of
right.
us are evil.
Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Okay. Also, Hifumi's fat rolls. That's a terrifying image. I figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Alright.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Not really. Okay. This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture.
We're all missing from our own pictures, probably because we took them. Let's be real, we probably just took those pictures.
You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Yep.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Well, the proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap, each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos, and that person is the ones who got them.
I got it!
Toko. I love Toko.
In each
That
case,
is so...
the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Oh, those fat rolls. Kyoko looks happy, though. And Mukuro's kind of just, you know, I don't want to do this.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Okay, Mukuro really looks pissed off in that picture, and Okay, so Toko is actually Genocide Jill, and she's standing behind Byakuya in that one. Jesus Christ, that's great. I love it.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Of course, Byakuya wouldn't be seen in the swimming one. Like, who would want to see... Oh god, Hifumi.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Assumptions get you killed. Stop assuming.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
Maybe the pictures are real. Yeah, there might be more to it. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Alright. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakuya's picture? I actually didn't get a look at this. I love how Celeste... I've noticed Celeste in each picture is in exactly the same clothing. Unless... Was she in the track one? Yeah, Celeste is in the exact same clothing. She is literally just standing there in her dress, same position, same clothing. That's a bit off, don't you think? Also, oh my god, Taka in this picture is just like so happy. He's like a little giddy aunt or something. Oh, it's so cute. Yep, she's the same thing here as well. It's Celeste is exactly the same. This is really confusing. And there as well! Oh my god, does that mean Celeste is the mastermind? Could she have faked her execution? Ah.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like
Maybe
we
it's
were
not
wearing
fake.
matching uniforms.
I mean, we had those interviews, so we could very well have amnesia.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Makoto knows what he's talking about.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
Well,
What do you mean?
the reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. The amnesia. Okay, so we're going to an Hangman's Gambit for this, so I guess we're spelling out amnesia or something. Or memory loss. Amnesia. Amnesia. So it's just throwing that one out there pretty quickly. But I think the real question is, how much of our school lives have we forgotten? Because amnesia obviously seems to be what's happened. But then there's obviously the fact of how much did we forget?
Now I understand.
How long have we actually been in Hope's Peak Academy?
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
I can hear some sarcasm in his voice.
Has it?
Yep.
You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Yeah, but we have proof. We can't move forward until they accept it, so let's force our proof into them. Let's go. What proof are we using? The group photo Monokuma control. Probably the interview DVD, I'd like to think.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Yep.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
Well...
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
But you wouldn't know.
Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Nope, you don't remember the group DVD.
No, that's wrong.
Sore wa shigayo. That's wrong in Japanese.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
Boom.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Well, your face is pretty indecent. Oh, no.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us. being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
The headmaster that sounds suspiciously like Mondo because they have the same voice actor.
When you say all of us, you mean...
All of us.
I mean all of us, including you.
Yep.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Well, you wouldn't remember.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Hi, Hina. How you doing?
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
Amnesia. Do I have to spell it out for you? A-M-N-E-S-I-A, amnesia.
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Maybe it wasn't just that we lost it. Maybe we were forced to lose it.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
As like all the detectives say, it's, what is it, like... prove that all the possible stuff is wrong, so only the impossible stuff must be true or something like... I don't know the quote, but it's sort of like
How
that.
can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Okay, hero.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Which is correct.
What were the interviews about?
About staying in the
The
school.
headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
You all said yes.
Actually, we all said we could.
Let's have all the yeses.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Who knows? We lost our memory. How should we know?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers.
Of course not.
You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
Well, there's a reason for it, obviously. Probably something to do with the
That's
tragedy.
just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
That's true.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Thanks, Monokuma.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about
I
it.
like how Monokuma is actually telling us, like, yeah, you're right, you're wrong, you're right. It's like Monokuma wants the mystery to get solved.
Indeed.
Which is
We
interesting.
only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
My point exactly.
This is all... making my head hurt.
A lot of things make your head hurt, Hina.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Well, that's, wow.
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
I mean, there was, like, what was there? It was, like, the ultimate, like, friggin' physicist or botanist and stuff. There was probably, like, an ultimate neurologist or something.
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
I mean, that is true. We have to find out the mystery.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Well, it would have to be school life. We can't remember anything from the
I knew I could
school
count
time.
on you.
So it was our mutual
The
school
interview
life that we
with the
forgot.
Headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost.
Mm-hmm.
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
But what could that reason be?
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You
motive?
mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
Oh, how everything went wrong, like how my house was destroyed, Sayaka's band fell apart.
It sure does.
I don't know what anyone else had, other than Sakura's family, but
But that part's still a secret.
Damn.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
All right.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Here we go. This is interesting, I will admit. Okay, what are we gonna need? Mukuro Saba's profile hidden. I feel like we're gonna need the profile.
So who did it? Who killed her?
You.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yes.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does
Really,
make me so
Hina? We
sure?
saw it together.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up.
Wait
There's
for
no way
it.
the mastermind is
Wait
here.
for it.
The mastermind is
Nope.
probably a million.
The Monokuma
Yo,
control
it's
room
wrong.
tells us otherwise. And Hina should have known. Damn it, Hina.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yes.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time, so there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
Gasp.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
That's not true.
What?
That is not true.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma
No,
said
we know
to him
this.
earlier.
We know this. We know this. Do not flash. Oh, God's sake. Why is this flashback? Yeah, 16 students. Well, the thing is, there are only 9 freezers active in the morgue. That means 7
So if
people
the
are still
mastermind
alive.
is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here?
That's incorrect.
It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
Well, whoever it is has to be controlling Monokuma right now.
I blame Makoto.
What? Why me?
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of weird if you're on her perspective, but come the fuck on.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Isn't the Monokuma control panel basically my thing now? I can basically prove it there.
Nuts. Ya got me.
Shut up.
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
Okay.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Let's go then.
Yeah, well,
I think it's Celeste.
how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing.
Okay.
We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Aha.
But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
Yep.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Her actual cause of death was the other
I
wounds.
got it! All of the wounds covering her body.
But
That's
we,
what really
all
killed
we've
her.
been told is that there are wounds on her body. We don't have any details on them, so we can't really pinpoint them to anyone. Like, pretty much everyone that's died could really fit that, apart from, like, Chihiro. Like, you've got Leon, who was buffeted by baseball bats. You've got Junko, who was impaled by spears. You've got, after that, it was Mondo. He was turned into butter, so apparently his body could have been fucked up beyond belief. Celeste had a fire truck and flames burning across her body. Oh my god. And the thing is, it can't be one of us 6. So it has to be someone that's died, because there's only 6 of us left, which means someone that is dead has to be alive. And we're going by that logic. A fuck ton of people that died have those specific details, so that's really frustrating.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old, which proves it was probably someone else's body.
It made it pretty clear. Those
Or it
wounds
was
were made at least
Mukuro.
a few days ago.
But it was Mukuro, though, because we know that Mukuro had the sign on the hand. Mukuro could have been Celeste.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Because I still think Celeste is really fucking suspicious because of those pictures. She's in her fucking Goth Lolita outfit the entire time and she doesn't move her pose.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
As if to quote Kyoko.
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right?
No.
So
What?
that means
The thing that said about no scars.
You're wrong.
she denied me.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
We have proof against it. I just need to remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's like the profile and how she doesn't have any battle scars. Mukuro Kasaba's profile. Let's get it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yeah.
She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Sore wa shigayo. No, that's wrong.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much.
She was perfectly
Despite
clean.
the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Fabulous.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
His training?
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Yep.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
1 second, guys. Three, two, one. No, I want to put the... Where's my phone? Okay. Go.
When
Alright, sorry about
examining
that.
her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Okay. Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yes.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Hello. That was last night.
Makoto,
Jesus
You
Christ.
said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yep.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
It's the Mastermind.
So who was it that attacked you?
It was the Mastermind. Who else could it be?
Got it! The one who attacked me was the true
And
mastermind.
because they're a student, technically they are allowed to kill him.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
We just assumed they were one and the same.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
The Mastermind made a careful choice, a deliberate choice to, like, remove anything on, like, their hands or their clothing that could suggest whoever they were. Like, you can't even tell if there are breasts or if it's a male, like, there. Like, you literally, this Mastermind is clever.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
All right.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask.
That is true.
The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
No, because the tattoo wasn't on the hand.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
There's no way, because even though I didn't see their face, you saw their hands. That's what I was literally just saying. There was nothing on their hands. Yep, we know that can't be. It should be obvious. So we just need to get, like, the Fenrir tattoo thing up. I don't know which one that's gonna come under, or if I'm gonna... Okay, Mukurosawa's profile. Does the profile mention the Fenrir tattoo, or do we need to get the Fenrir tattoo ourselves, though? That's what I need to know. Okay, so, single edition of physical features were as follows. Kyoko's confirmed the corpse matches this characteristic, so we need to absorb a bullet, I think.
So you can't have any idea who was under that I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it.
Oh?
Come on, Kyoko, mention it.
What is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
I don't remember which one it is.
Maybe the right foot.
I'm gonna try the left hand.
Or perhaps the
No, it's the right
foot.
hand.
Or could it be...
No, I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
The
No.
hips.
I did not want the right foot. I wanted the right hand.
You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the
right hand
Yes,
or the
the right
left
hand.
maybe the. Or perhaps. Or could it
But
be?
it depends. Is it the right hand from
the
her perspective or
hips?
my perspective? Because if it's my perspective, it's the other
You
way
never
around.
saw their face, so you can't have.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh no, I fucked up. Okay. You think that can prove that the one who attacked you wasn't Mukuro? Oh.
Shoot!
I hope they don't, like, vote me if we lose here, because that'd be very ironic. Okay.
You never saw their face, so you can't.
can't
have-
screw this
I'm
up.
telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the
Right hand or the left hand?
Right hand.
Maybe
Okay.
or perhaps. Or could it be?
The
hips. You never saw their. So you can't have.
I'm telling you now, it was
It was not Mukuro Ikusaba. And you're wrong, Monokuma.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me,
And there was nothing there.
and there was no such tattoo.
Of course it could be
So
concealer.
there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else.
I know
right?
that he's obviously saying, I know you can't prove it was the Mastermind. I'm just imagining taking the mask off and you just see Monokuma's face.
Hiro, Toko,
The
Hina,
horror.
and I all have solid alibis for that entire
And
night.
it's not Kyoko because of the scars.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
And it-
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
No, the scars on her hands that he told us about himself.
Oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
Monokuma's getting very, very
If you
impatient and
insist,
terrified.
I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Here we go. Crap. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands.
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it?
Shit. She was in like a proper fire or something. It's like the skin of Deadpool. Like the actual skin, the fucked up skin of Deadpool, not the costume, the skin.
It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the Mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Why do I have a feeling that Kyoko's scars are the subject of many Makoto Kirigiri fanfictions? Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them, because it's like, haha, I get to prove you wrong while I get to flaunt my childhood angst at you bitches. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Get fucked,
Makoto.
Monokuma.
Did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No. Their hands were supple.
No,
And
not
sublime.
at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
Yep. Aww.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Well, you are a bitch.
Sorry.
That was
Did
a yawn.
I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Shut up, Monokuma.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right?
But I'm not cornered just yet.
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
Well.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
That's true.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
That is interesting.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
Yep.
Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Did you not go to the biolab, Hero?
But
It's the biolab. Okay, can we just like, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna like,
I got it!
because they're like, I don't know, I didn't go there.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
You know the one where you fainted when you pulled out Mukuro's body?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
That is correct.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The top. Boom. Top,
got it.
biolab. Get
What
wrecked,
makes me so
Monokuma.
sure
Me and
the
my hand
body was
gestures right
carried
now.
From the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
oh, it says biolab.
Yep, you can read.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
I investigated, Hero. You might not understand what that means because you didn't go to the biolab, despite the fact it was one of the few locked rooms. But you know.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Huh.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in.
And that was the tarp.
Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow. You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
Yep.
But that's just a wild guess.
Well, then why are you sweating on one side of your body?
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened.
Huh.
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room.
Yep, if you know...
isn't it?
Okay, pretty much, if you've been paying attention, you know who the mastermind is. It's kind of obvious at this point, but I'm just gonna keep acting like I don't know.
Unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Is it the thing I was mentioning the whole time in the investigation that there are only 9 lights instead of 10?
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Yep, okay. Inconsistency, it's...
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Shut up.
What one thing?
Your family.
Why are you bringing up my family all of a sudden?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Can I also point out how Makoto's dad's hair and his face that is absolutely fucking terrifying looks just like the headmaster's. They aren't the same person. They aren't. I know they aren't, but still, fucking terrifying. Also, fun fact, Makoto's sister is the star of the spin-off game Ultra Despair Girls, just saying.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
I mean, shit went down outside, probably. I mean, looking at the house.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your
Oh, do not bring
sister.
Komaru Naegi into this.
What
I
do
will
you think
fuck you
has
up.
happened to
Komaru
your
Naegi is
family?
amazing.
Are they really as
His
safe
sister.
as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
I know he does. Now, can I please just point out what I want to point out about the biolab, for fuck's sake? Oh. Oh, here we fucking go. Monokuma, let's go.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Rawr! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof!
I'm really
you
focused
sure
here.
about
It's almost
this?
impossible to really keep an eye on this. Like this, without Frenzy,
you
I
sure
can't even
about
imagine
this?
how difficult this would be.
Are you sure about this? Rawr! What? What do you want?
I can do this.
Are you sure about this?
He's almost down already.
Proof! Are you sure about
Come on,
this?
Monokuma, you're going down.
Proof! Are you sure about this?
Final strike.
I'm not listening!
The biolab lights.
This should prove it.
The fact that there are only 9 lights on and not 10, it proves that someone isn't dead. And I've been saying that this whole time.
The consistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Are we
But
getting
I counted
closer?
up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
The 9 lights doesn't make sense because there should be 10 lights
I
on.
got it!
Which means that someone
10 of the
isn't dead.
lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
Do the math.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, that's the key to solving this mystery. Let's go through the deaths. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Then came Mondo with fifth. Sixth was Taka and Hifumi was seventh. Then we had Celeste, Sakura, and then we had Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Yep, suspicious. Because
But
that means someone's
according
alive.
to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
So this proves that none of the 6 of us did
You're
it.
saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I'm saying a dead body's
The
alive.
Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Yep.
Whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Someone is still
Including
alive.
Monokuma's executions. There have apparently been 10 deaths. That's the point I'm trying to make.
But 9 bodies, yeah.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
Someone's alive. The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for murders and victims, why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The same person was killed twice, only 9 murders took place. No, wait, no, that's not true. No, yeah, I got that wrong. Yeah, I'm fine. Basically, okay, so it means basically someone died twice.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Yep.
Murdered and murdered again?
It's all becoming clear. If you haven't figured out the mastermind now, now's the time to do so.
If that's the case,
Because
there
we're about
could
to
have been
find out who
10
they are.
killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course.
Yep.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why
And-
the body had to be stored in the
So,
biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
Before we continue, I just want to send a private message to my friend Adina, who is watching this right now and has been trying to figure out who the killer is. What Kyoko just said, I'm pretty sure you just twigged it from that. Oh, Kyoko did so much good. Oh, Adina. I can't wait to hear your reaction. Anyway, for everyone else who is not involved in that, back to the story.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional!
No. Okay, I'm guessing I have to use the body count then. I'm gonna use Mukuro's fatal injury, and we are going to find out the killer.
Who is this someone else?
I'm gonna let
that
Monokuma go for all
Mukuro
this
was
first,
killed
though.
as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
Was it?
Junko Enoshima?
Was it?
Leon Kuwata?
Could be.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Manjo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
Maybe.
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
I feel like I needed to... Okay.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka?
I think I need to absorb his last... I think I need to absorb his last bullet.
Hifumi, Celestial, or maybe... No,
There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
I think I need that. Mukuro died from the wound she had all over her body. There's got to be some sort of explanation.
who is this someone?
If you haven't figured it out,
Junko.
it's Junko.
No, that's wrong. Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
She got impaled.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears.
All
her
over
body.
the body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities match?
Perfectly.
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight.
Mukuro was disguised as Junko then. There's no other
Junko,
option for
or
that.
someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long
this is brilliant.
before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
And we know that the corpse is Mukuro, which means for some reason Mukuro was dressed up as Junko. And it takes only a 5-second guess to figure out why that is.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true?
No.
Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, 1 is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the Mastermind?
And
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
Really?
I already know the answer to that.
Really? 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 Really?
took
Really?
Junko's
Really?
body.
Really? 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 Come
and made
on!
it look like she was the one who... So Mukuro is still alive.
No, because of the tattoo.
Gotta be. Total silence. Then I must...
Let's go. I'm proving this wrong and I'm getting this out there now. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna either have to absorb or I'm gonna have to use the fatal
body
injury.
we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the Mastermind's true identity is...
What do you say, Monokuma?
No, I can't actually do anything with him.
Shoot!
There must be a contradiction.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the Mastermind's true identity is...
Oh, Mastermind's true identity is... I don't know. What do I need to do here? How do I prove it? 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 Okay, my 9
The
things...
body we-
Biolab's secret, I don't think we've used yet, but I don't think we need it. Physical features... Oh, it's because the physical features were the same.
It wasn't Mukuro.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
It is. It can't be not Mukuro because Mukuro's features
No,
are the
The
same.
body we found in the garden
It's
was
Junko.
Mukuro.
Junko
That's one thing
Enoshima
we
is
can
the
be sure of.
mastermind.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Oh, I love it.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. It can only be... Let's just... I feel like that bullet time thing that we just did with the shooting of all the names, that should have been what made us figure it out. But since they want us to definitely make sure, Junko Enoshima
Here's
is the
my answer.
mastermind.
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
And if we've had our memories wiped, we wouldn't even notice if there was like
But
an
we saw her
imposter.
get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
It wasn't Junko, it was Mukuro dressed up as Junko. That's the only
If
option.
Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
No.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you
Come
not?
on, Byakuya, you are smart enough to figure this out. It's obvious. Oh my god, for fuck's sake. God, these people are fucking idiots. Kyoko, can you just smack some sense into them? Because you know. Oh my fucking god. Fucking, can we just
She
prove
was
it?
dead. There's no question. Junko
It was
dead.
Mukuro.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be...
then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided
Thank
just
you,
yet.
Kyoko.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
God, no. I haven't. Makoto has. I haven't.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way?
We have to prove it's Junko.
Absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
A fake Junko. I checked her. She was dead. I'm sure of it. Junko was actually Mukuro. That's gotta be it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? Yeah, that is. It was Mukuro. Mukuro was the one that died. Let me guess, it's like doppelganger, disguise, something like that. I don't actually know. No, I know that. I don't... Okay, I just need to think. Okay, something something P, something something C, something something. Replaced. Replaced, that's it. Where's the R? Where's the R? Come on. Give us an R. I need an R. Come on, game. Yep, it's replaced. A. S, E, come on. There we go, replaced.
Now I understand.
15 students are in the hall. Why wasn't the 16th one there? The 16th one could have easily just
That's
disguised
it.
themselves.
What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
Not then. Maybe she would... No, she was...
Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
Yes.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing.
I mean, I think what Makoto said was
That
stupid.
had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
No. Makoto is on the right
You're
track,
saying
but he
they
got it
switched?
wrong.
When could they even have done that?
That's the question. When did they switch? They switched before the
Right when
killing
she
game
was,
began.
About to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that, so maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Get fucked, Tina. There is a way. There is a way. There is always a way. There is always a way. They switched at the beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
And we have memory loss. We wouldn't know.
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched,
And let's also point out the Junko in this picture is wearing a different tie to the Junko in the school pictures.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
It makes sense. She's got the same eyes, so...
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
Yeah, that's true.
When we
So did
first
I. I
met,
had a free time
none of us
event with
knew
her.
Who anyone else was.
Someone could have
So
easily been
Mukuro
switched.
could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Yep.
That
Monokuma?
would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Concealer.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
It'd be easy to just conceal it.
She
Come on.
could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
Junko?
Plus, there were the fake nails
found you
on
out.
the hands of Mukuro's body.
And
They were
Junko's
the
boots.
same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Once again, Junko's boots were on the body. And you can clearly see little tufts of her hair.
If she really did use foundation.
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Phew.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Ha.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup in the very beginning?
Pretty much.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her.
Yep.
In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
And that would make Kyoko's message correct about there being two ultimate despairs.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
Here we go.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity. As if.
I think we need to prove it to him.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity. When did I do that?
Let's go. I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Oh, that was with the CD, and he turned the CD off.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
He turned it off before I could get to Junko. Because if I'd seen Junko, I would have realized, hey, that's not Junko we know. What a tricky customer. Damn.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
But there's a second time. And this second one, if you guys picked it up, I was actually pushing it away, but if you've picked it up, well done, because I'm about to break it down in another moment of truth battle. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, bomb, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3,
Punishment
4,
is waiting
5,
for
boom.
you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about?
I'm doing really well, actually. Okay, that was my mistake. I completely didn't realize I didn't have any bullets. Yeah, okay. Whatever,
Punishment
Monokuma.
is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about?
Just give it up. And there's only one thing that can prove this now, and that's something that I tried to hide personally when we came across it in the video. I genuinely tried to steer you guys in the wrong direction
That's
because
impossible.
the group photos hide
should prove
Junko. Makoto had a weird feeling about the photos earlier, because if you look in all the photos,
The video
Junko's
wasn't
face
the only
is
thing you tried to
hidden.
cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance? It's very simple. Junko splashed with water. Junko facing away to Chihiro. Junko facing away to Celeste. Junko covered by Kiyotaka. Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
And with that proof, it's all over. Junko Enoshima, you are the true mastermind. And I am going to hunt you down and make you pay.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Boom.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing
Junko
game.
is the ultimate despair.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Here we go. Closing argument. Let's do this. Let's show how everything happened. So, straight away, we're all kind of hanging out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first things first. This one. What was the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the hall? She really was Mukuro Ikusaba. So let's see if we can find a Mukuro Ikusaba placement right there. I don't think Mukuro was a horrible human being. It's just, you know, she died. Where did the Mastermind keep Mukuro's body? Inside the storage freezer, which was this one. This one, the Mastermind attacked me with something. What was it? It was the knife. This one, when the Mastermind attacked me, who was it that stopped them? Kyoko. After the surprise attack failed, the Mastermind fled my room. Okay, let's get that out then. So the Mastermind, don't see it, that one. Okay, what did the Mastermind do with the mask? They took it off and they put it on the body. This part, what was the condition of the dead body when I first found it in the garden? It was found before it was exploded, so it was this one. Then it exploded. We couldn't identify it because it got blown up, so let's go to the explodey body. That is the true argument.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
I've been waiting for this for so damn long. And Monokuma's silent. And silent. And silent.
What? Are you broken again?
It's probably because Junko's on her way
You can't
down.
get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Now get out here so we can execute your ass.
Over?
Oh no, it's only just beginning apparently.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
No, we have to solve the entire mystery of the school.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Here we go. And so, Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair, has been revealed. Hi, how you doing? With the same shoes.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like
Oh
you to
Christ, this is gonna get intense.
appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
Junko is also insane.
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
And I'm just messing with you guys because it's the end of the episode. Because in the next episode, we're gonna finish Danganronpa and we are going to try to outwit Junko Enoshima, the Mastermind. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Danganronpa. In the next episode, we'll finish off this class trial because I don't have time tonight. But, oh, Adina, get fucked. You've been playing as Junko Enoshima in Minecraft the whole time, and you didn't know she was the Mastermind. Okay, bye guys.